Hello everyone, I'm Deberia from Deberia's Naturals and Cases of Evolutionary Empowerment. This is your empowerment message. It is 6:30, 2023, and it's 6:32 p.m. as I'm recording this. Maybe those numbers mean something to you. The numerology of the date would reduce to, let's see, 9 and 6 will reduce to number 6. Yes, today is a number 6 day because we have 6 plus 3 plus 6, and that's going to be 9 and 6 is 15. 1 plus 5 is 6. Okay, and 6:32 will reduce to an 11. So, which is a 2. So maybe that may mean something to you. Number 2s represents partnerships. It represents balance. It represents two polar opposites. Could represent duality. You know, number 11 is a powerful number for twin flames, and then the number 6 is about moving things on to calmer waters, transitions, smooth transitions, victory, returning back to yourself, returning back to something that you once lost, or that you were, or something coming back around to you, something revisiting the past. This also represents travel, relocation, visiting. So could be a visitation taking place, or you may be visiting someone from your past is coming back around, or you're returning back to yourself. I feel like soul retrieval energy here. Now, I've been seeing a lot of videos about what CERN has going on with the particle collisions, and I've been following CERN actually since like 2014. Yeah, about 2014 is when I first heard about CERN. But I had heard that the world is going to end in 2012, and then I got pregnant in 2013. So, I had a baby in 2013. But I was concerned about bringing a child into this world based on all the Bible prophecies and all that stuff like that. But as far as CERN goes, I've heard and read information where they were saying that the year 2020 was actually 2012. Gregorian calendar is incorrect, is wrong, and it is incorrect and it's wrong, but what exact year it is we really don't know. But 2020 being considered 2012, which is the end of the world, which is what was predicted by the Mayan calendar, makes sense, because 2020 that's when we had the pandemic, and a whole lot of things changed, and our world changed, and we actually ushered in the age of Aquarius. So the world did actually end. The world as we knew it did actually end. That was the end and exit of the age of Pisces, which was heralded in by the birth of Christ. So Christ's birth heralded in the age of Pisces. So the second coming of Christ, the Christ consciousness, the awakening, the next great awakening, will take place in the age of Aquarius, which happened in 2020. So these are just some things that I'm just throwing out there to go along with the information that we've been all seeing on TikTok and Facebook and YouTube and blah 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 and other social media platforms about what CERN is doing with this particle collision. Now, what does that mean? They said that last time that this happened, that the Mandela effect occurred, and different things changed from Jiffy, like the peanut butter that was called Jiffy is now called Jif, and Bearstein Bears is spelled differently. Colors may have inverted. The target symbol is inverted. Just a whole lot of things. People thought that Nelson Mandela died, but then Nelson Mandela was president. There's different things. So that's why they call it the Mandela effect. But these things occurred the last time. But you know what, guys? I'm going to tell you the truth. There have been multiple resets on this earth. Multiple resets on this matrix. And there are some minds that are able to hold the memories of the prior established norm even after the reset took place. They didn't want, if someone could say strategically, and I'm getting into my little, the little things that most people don't really want to touch on, but one could say strategically this occurred. They didn't want it to be remembered, or those people who used to go to a library, like the older generation, who actually went to a library, who know what a card catalog is, who actually read a book, who actually know what the original text of certain books say, where they got all these PDFs on file online and stuff, and you go and you read it and it says something completely different. Then they have all these reprints of these books and stuff like that. Then they have some things that say something so that events never happened that we know happened, like Ed McMahon used to be the spokesperson for Publishers Clearinghouse, and yet they're saying that this never happened, but I distinctly remember it from my childhood that it did happen, and many other people remember the same thing. And this could be a small thing, this could be a glitch, it could be just something to, you know, make the information that we have in our data bank stored in our memory, in our computer system of our brain, try to make that information obsolete, because they wanted to upload new systems, and we're getting all these downloads, and these downloads are light codes, yeah, but they're also downloads because these bodies that we're in are avatars, and they have an operating system, they have an OS operating system, and the operating system has to be updated, and so there are the updates that are taking place, and blah blah blah, yeah. So there's levels to this shit, period. There's levels to this shit. Now, what level am I going to discuss? I don't fucking know. Whatever level comes out in these cards, that's what I'm going to discuss. Otherwise, I can sit down, you can ask me questions and information, I can channel it to give you some answers, but that's more so on a one-on-one thing. Right now, if you don't send me some general questions to talk about that you're worried about or that you're interested in, then I really have to just sort of pull from the collective of what needs to be told, what do you need to know, receive at this time. So that's what I usually pull from. However, I did have quite a few inboxes about shifts in the twin flame community, and I've also had some inboxing about this area with CERN, and that's why I'm bringing it up. So shifts in the twin flame community, the month of June, a lot of twin flames came into union. It was a big wave where twin flames came to union, reunion, and there were also some who are introduced to their twin flame for the first time, and that they're now about to go through the cycle of synchronization. I'm going to call it the cycle of synchronization because that's what it is. And so as they go through their cycle of synchronization, then we will work through those things. But I call my last two waves graduates, and my last two waves of graduates from my clients have successfully integrated with their twin flames. So there are some laggers, so, and they thinking that it's not going to happen and it's not coming, but it is. Your wave is just different. The tide of time that you and your twin on, even though you may have awakened much earlier than your twin, and you may be aware of this scenario, just know it is going to happen. Just release it to the universe. I promise. Once you release it to the universe and you stop obsessing about it, then that's when it's going to happen, and you'll be like, well, I don't want it anymore. Well, you don't want it anymore because you got it. Like, think about it. When you desire something, you're telling the universe, I don't have it. But when you release it and be like, okay, it's mine, I already have it, then you're not wanting it because it's yours. So this is some food for thought. We're going to use Alice in Wonderland deck because we got this weird shit going on with CERN. So let's just see what the divine wants us to know, or what it is that we need to know concerning this scenario. Like, how will it affect us? So first of all, let's just see how it's going to affect us. Like, what should we expect? What effects? CERN is cutting their machine on July the 5th. I think they said they're turning it up to 13 trillion or something like that. It's a 13.6 something energy. You guys can Google it. I would Google it, but I don't want to right now. I don't want to touch my phone if I don't have to touch it. What do we need to know about this machine with CERN? What is it that's important for us to know at this time concerning this machine being fired up on July the 5th? Timelines will shift as they have already been shifting, and I can feel this is very volatile energy. Anyway, Okay, clock time. Time pressure in a rush. Okay, so it feels like we're being pressed for time in some way, form, or fashion or manner. Let's see. It's going to affect time. Somehow or another, this is going to affect time. I feel like this is going to like affect time. Let's see. Come on, Alice. Get your little angry face to get my camera to focus. There we go. Now, let's see. What else came out? I want to be queen and investigate. Let's see. Stating your sovereignty, declaring freedom, passing a test, investigate, look closely, ask questions, think before acting. Okay, so this is interesting because it's happening the day after Independence Day, and they're telling you, it's talking about I want to be queen, which is the number 33. We got the number 14 on this clock time, which is the number 5, which represents a radical change. So I'm feeling like it's going to shift time or speed time up. I feel like it's going to, there's some things that may have been lagging or being slow, and they're going to speed up. Also feeling like stating your sovereignty. This is going, I'm feeling like, well, some people are going to be upset about it or feeling like locked into this energy of just look at Alice's face here, locked in this energy of like anger or frustration or maybe even confusion. And there's some people that are going to have this little smug look of I want to be queen of I'm going to utilize this opportunity to state my sovereignty. Also so I feel like this is a very powerful manifestation tool that's going to be taking place. Also, I'm feeling like there's going to be like kind of this little smug I told you so energy going about where people who have been warning of these things, who have been talking about these things, who have been, maybe other people have been thinking, oh, you're cuckoo crazy, or have been making you feel like, oh, you're just conspiracy theories, or they don't really want to believe what it is that you're saying. But I feel like it's going to be kind of like, I told you so type energy. So hold on a second. Okay, so there are some people who are, some of us know exactly what this means and where is it going to, that there's a shift taking place and that this shift is actually good. While some people are maybe concerned or maybe red or blue in the face or maybe kind of wondering what's going on, or they might be fearful. I'm just really getting this energy of those who know what's going on, you know, and there's something else here. Let's see. So those people who are vibrating higher, per se, those people who are vibrating higher, I feel like they are less concerned about what this means or what kind of problems could be caused by it, because they're like, oh, the matrix is collapsing, oh, you know, we're going to have financial sovereignty, we're going to have, it's saying stating your sovereignty, declaring freedom, passing a test. So those people who have been doing their soul work, who have gone through dark night of the soul, who have transitioned, who have transcended, I feel like they're not really going to be affected by this because they're going to maintain their highest vibrational frequency timeline, whereas there's other people who may enter into a lower vibrational frequency timeline. And it's sort of like, remember I've been telling you guys about the mitosis of the cell, where one cell is where the cell is splitting, and then there's higher and lower, and then there's like a sorting or separation between the frequencies. Those people who are vibrating and resonating with the higher dimensions of consciousness and those who are not. And there's going to be a shift to where it's going to be very noticeable, the distinction between the two groups of individuals. Also seeing with this investigate, it's telling you to look closer, ask questions, and think before acting. So I feel like the universe is telling you to be mindful, pay attention what's going on, and be aware and to ask questions before you take any form of action. I'm feeling like also this is pertaining to doing some form of meditation practice so you can look within yourself. Also, grounding yourself so that you can maintain the frequency to remain on your highest vibrational timeline. I've been having this, and I don't want to call it a fear because fear doesn't exist, but I've been having this anxiousness that I have been feeling of waking up in a world where my twin didn't love me, or my twin didn't know me, or my children didn't know me, or my children didn't love me. And it gave me an anxiety because I was like, okay, what dimension, what timeline will I wake up on? And I was like, why am I having this even question of this? And it's been going on for like a month or two. And when I go to sleep, it's like, will I wake up in this, or will the world have reset, or will I wake up in the dimension that I fell asleep in? And the reason why I'm bringing that up is because the consciousness and the, so you have to tell your subconsciousness, out loud that, I'm stable and firm, I'm on my highest vibrational frequency, I'm going to maintain my highest vibrational timeline, my family is safe. You have to tell yourself these things, because this was before I even knew what was going on, that CERN was going to be turning on that machine and colliding those particles. But what do we need to know specifically about this clock time with this shift, with this 14 meaning number 5? They're telling you to surrender. So it's time for us to surrender to the universe. I don't feel like we can do, surrender. And then root chakra is coming out. So root chakra is about the things that are worldly and that stabilize us. I feel like it's telling us to surrender, or sort of forget what you knew, forget the old. And I'm like, what? Didn't I just say don't forget? I feel like what they're telling you is, if you forget your old timeline, it's because it no longer serves you. It's time for us to step into another dimension, into another reality. And because it is time for that to happen, and time is speeding up, to catch up with where we should be on an evolutionary path, on our evolutionary scale. Where should we be evolution wise? And I feel like that there's like the higher self with this look like, now we're gonna finally be where you're supposed to be at, we're gonna finally catch up. But there are some that really don't want this change take place, and I feel like they're trying to manipulate the energies in their favor so that these changes don't take place. But ultimately, what will be. So it's this saying, I want to be queen, stating your sovereignty, declaring your freedom, passing the test. Okay, so I'm feeling like those people, because love came out, I feel like those people who resonate with unconditional love will be activated in a different way, because this number 33 here is the master number, the 33 vertebrae, the ascended master Yeshua, Jesus, Yahweh, whatever, was 33 years old when he ascended. Then we got this number 7 under the investigate, and number 7 is a very powerful number spiritually, because it represents a completion of a thing, a high level, high vibrational completion of a thing. But I feel like declaring your freedom and passing the test, those people who resonate at the highest, okay, now I'm getting it. Okay, so there are certain spiritual gifts that are activated in the chakras, but they can only be activated if you are in the resonance or vibration of unconditional love. Those people who are not in the vibration of unconditional love will not have access to these spiritual gifts or these powers or whatever. So people are saying, oh, we're going to get our superpowers, we're going to get our superpowers. No, you cannot get those superpowers if you don't, if you're not resonating with unconditional love. That is the condition of receiving the special gifts and abilities. You don't just get them. You have to have this resonance about you to be on the same frequency of those things. Yes, possibilities. Love makes it possible for you to have this sovereignty, have this declared freedom, because you have passed the test, and the tests that have been coming forth through karma and have cleared karmic debt. You may be able to access these things at that time during that shift. Let's clarify this investigation card, telling you to look closely and ask questions and think before acting. I feel like there's going to be a shift emotionally as well. Yeah, I'm saying detachment here. The reason why I said it's shift emotionally, if you don't emotionally detach, then I feel like these energies are going to be very, very strong. Okay, so detachment and strength. Okay, so I'm feeling like you're going to have to surrender. Surrender, like detach from the old way of being, detach from the old dimension, detach from your expectations in order for you to have the strength to move forward. I feel like those people who are trying to hold on to anything from the past and who are trying to fight the wave of this transition are actually going to have a very hard time, because the universe is pulling for this change to take place. Unique gifts is at the bottom of the deck, so exactly what I was saying about those unique gifts having to be activated by love being made possible through love. I'm also seeing with the twin flames, with this 33, with this number 5 and this number 7, number 5 and 7, or 12, which is another 3. So we have like Trinity energy here, and I'm also seeing the number 9. And I'm hearing something about 9 carbon, 9 ether, something like that, 9 ether beings. So you might want to look that up, what 9 ether beings mean and what 9 carbon is. I'm just hearing it in my spirit. But I'm also seeing the twins are integrating or coming together. If this group of these individuals with these unique gifts that are made possible through unconditional love have detached, and they have tapped into their strength, tapped into their power. So this detachment is also a detachment from anything that could be used to seize power from these individuals. So what do I mean by that? These are individuals who you cannot have power over or control, because that which you think you are using to control them, they will detach from. So you've lost your leverage. These individuals will not be controlled, because they are a part of the system created to awaken us and to bring us into the higher vibrational frequencies and the higher existence of ourself, and in this earth, help heal this earth and help heal the world. And just basically, they're very unique individuals, and you can't cage them and you can't manipulate them, because they will detach from that which you think you're using as power or leverage over them. So then you lose your power, your leverage immediately, because that's how they are. So there are some, if you are one of these individuals, then you know what I'm talking about. For instance, someone thinking that they're going to control you with money, you'll say, okay. Or they're going to control you with a low position in a job, you'll say, okay, I'll take a low position, I don't care. They'll say, oh, we're going to control you with the money. Okay, I don't even need this job, bye. They're saying, oh, well, we're going to control you with your mortgage or your rent. Okay, I'll let the house go, I'll move in with somebody else, or I don't care. What are you going to do? We got squatter laws. It's just, these are just examples. I'm not telling anyone to do these things. 22:55 on the clock. You might want to look up 22:55. I'm not telling you guys to do anything. I'm just giving you examples of things that could be used as power or leverage over you. Someone saying, oh, well, if you don't do what I want you to do, then I'm going to leave you. And they'll say, okay, goodbye. I'll see you, see you around or not. It's fine whether I do or don't. See you next lifetime or not. It's fine if I do or I don't. So it's that kind of energy of detachment. And there's a strength in the detachment. Like some people feel like, oh, it takes strength to hold on. No, it takes strength to detach as well. There is a strength in detaching. And I'm not saying to not care about anything. I'm saying to not to detach sometimes is necessary so that you can grow. Like if the apple never detaches from the tree, then it will never, meet the ground or have its seeds exposed so that it can be planted and rooted in a new location to become its own tree, to bear its own fruit. These are the possibilities of us when we detach. Okay. Let's see, is there anything else before I go to that deck of cards? What is this? Okay, follow your own good advices here. Trust yourself. Know what is best for you. So there's a feeling. I'm feeling intrinsic. I'm hearing the word intrinsic. There will be intrinsic knowledge taking place, but it's also telling you right here, follow the rabbit. Curiosity meets opportunity. I'm feeling like there are some things that they're telling you to search within yourself and just follow the white rabbit. Just follow yourself down a rabbit hole sometimes, and because that's where the answers are. And and trust yourself, because it's an issue of other people trusting you or you trusting other people, and they're telling you the information is not external of yourself. It's an understanding. It's an understanding within yourself. And I'm feeling like they're telling you to just go with the flow of the tide, because I'm seeing this clock here too. So as the time shifts, they're telling you to that there's an opportunity here. What's this opportunity for? It's telling you that you know what's best for you. So trust yourself. If yourself is telling you, hey, I need to go get some mason jars and I need to jar some soup, do that. If yourself is telling you, hey, I need to build a bunker, go do that. You know, if yourself is telling you, hey, everything's gonna be all fine, just continue to live your life as it is, then trust yourself. You know what's best. But I'm saying here, it says such a curious dream, grounding, returning to reality, and coming home. So I feel like even though they're telling you to trust and go within yourself with this number 10, this is like the end of a thing and the beginning of another. There's a number 3 here again, telling you to follow the rabbit. So I'm feeling like when you come into, I'm hearing when you reach that upper level, your mind, body, and soul must be one. It's a sacrifice. It takes hard work. It's a way of life where you got that glow. You feel the one where you got that glow. It's the power of elevation. Shine on. So I'm feeling like you reach the level spiritually to where you have this glow about you, you have this aura about you, and this glow and this aura is telling you, hey, trust yourself. You've reached a mastery level, a level of a master, of an ascended master. And this is such a curious dream, which is number 45, which is the precipice of change, which is number 9, talking about grounding, returning to your reality and coming home. So I feel like this is coming home to yourself and being grounded and being rooted in, established in the spiritual journey that you have been on. You've been on a spiritual journey or soul retrieval, where you've been retrieving the aspects of yourself that you might have given away or that you have detached from in the past in order to be what other people wanted you to be. But this is an opportunity here for you to return back to your singularity. I'm hearing your singularity, your oneness with the all, your individuality, your uniqueness. I'm seeing here on number 6 is choices. Feeling blocked and restrained. So maybe you have been feeling blocked and restrained for a while, but it's letting you know, changed in the night. You have changed quickly, which is a number 11 again. These are repeating numbers here with these 6s, 3s, 33s, and 11s. I feel like we're going to be faced with a choice here. If you have been doing your soul work, but you've been feeling blocked, I feel like it's because you've been in a waiting place and a holding place while others have been catching up. Because you might have shifted or changed more rapidly than others. But I also feel like this energy is going to cause a sudden shift or change. You have changed quickly. There's going to be a very swift change, a very strong, swift shift. It's going to seem like a dream. So then there's a strong awakening taking place. It is time for the grand awakening, for the great awakening. There's a grand alignment taking place also where the 7 planets are in alignment. So I feel like there's a great awakening taking place. And yes, we have had this happening in waves, but I feel like those who have been with this Saturn retrograde taking place right now, which is about karma, I feel like those people who have maybe sort of been lagging behind on the shift are going to be they're going to be forced into their awakening. It's not going to be gentle. So that is going to cause some people to, wig out a little bit. And that's why they're going to have to detach. More questions are going to be asked. More questions are going to be being asked, so there must be more answers delivered. So there are going to be more downloads being received. There's so many people are going to, I'm hearing, there's a scripture about talking about your sons and your daughters will prophesy. So there's some things that we're going to all start awakening and seeing and sharing this information with each other, just so we know that we're not alone in this shift. So I'm hearing, you're not alone, I am here with you, though we're far apart, always in my heart. So I feel like this is your ancestors, these are angels, angelic beings. I don't know what you want to call them. Everyone has different words for them, but I feel like these are maybe the ascended masters, anyone who is helping you, because I'm hearing I have friends on the other side, but I'm not hearing it in a toxic manner. I'm hearing that there's help. I'm also hearing that the higher self is trying to integrate with us at this time. Okay, those people whose higher self has not already integrated with them, it's going to be like being reborn, or being like, excuse me, I'm just saying how it looks to me and energetically in this. spiritually, what I'm seeing is like, imagine that you were a drone and you were on demo. You are on demo. You are an android and you're on demo. And on demo, you can only sing a certain song, and you have to be activated on demo. Well, it went from demo to on and AI. So you're not just on demo anymore. Not just turned on. Now you have AI. So now you're aware and sentient. So I feel like those of us who have been walking around maybe oblivious and unaware or on autopilot will now be aware and sentient, more so than you think you are. Like, oh yeah, I'm aware, I'm alert, I'm awake. This is a whole nother level of awareness and awakenedness. Trippy stuff is going on too. So, because I am seeing mythical creatures, I am seeing things that you thought. I feel like you're going to be unlearning everything. So if you thought that trees couldn't move, you're seeing trees moving now, aren't you? You're seeing them on TikTok. If you thought the animals couldn't speak to you, now you're hearing the animals talk. Now you're getting responses. And if you really take time out and spend time and ground yourself in nature, you'll see that everything is all connected and they're all communicating all the time, and that God is in everything, in every nucleus of every particle of every created thing. Even the inanimate objects have sentient knowledge, because the particles decide they want to solidify, and their decision to solidify means consciousness exists. So it's a decision to be dense, a decision to be solid, liquid, or gas is what the particles, protons, electrons, neutrons, it's what they do. They decide. The electrons make decisions, and this is in quantum physics. You can look it up. So because electrons make decisions, then they are sentient. And just like I am sentient, and God is in and of and about and around and in and within, and me, then so is God in this microphone. So depending on how you view God, there are different levels to that shit too. So when I'm saying God, I'm not talking about Enlil and Enki, and I'm not talking about Osiris and Ra and Isis. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the creator of all. And the reason why I'm saying God is because I don't want to do that he, she thing, because when you're assigning gender to God, then it just gets messy. Anyway. I'm sorry to hit the microphone. I hope it didn't make a loud noise to y'all. It didn't make any noise to me. Okay. So I feel like it's going to be some sort of overnight change, because I'm feeling like maybe you're going to go to sleep and wake up and then something's going to be completely different. Yeah. I also feel like there's like this shield or this gloss or this glass over your eyes. Like, I feel like that shield or glass or veil or gloss is going to be removed, and you're going to see things through new lenses. But I feel like during your sleep you will be having dreams that are going to be challenges or choices that need to be made. This decision won't be made while you're awake. This decision will be made of your soul energy when you're resting. So I feel like during your sleep time you're going to be challenged in your dreams. You're going to experience certain challenges, opportunities, situations, scenarios, and how you respond to those things will be your true response, because you can't manipulate your way out of the dream unless you are a lucid dreamer, and there are very few of us out there who are lucid dreamers. Right, we got new blueprints here. Number 38, which is again the number 11. So we're going to have new blueprints when this machine comes on. They're going to issue us new blueprints for creation, for where we're going as conscious beings. We got air, which is number 13. Number 4, which is paradigm shift. And then we have luminescence, which is number 8 with this 35. So I'm going to look up luminescence. So with this new blueprints, we're going to read that, number 38, and then we're going to read the other 2. Be the change, take action, take a step no matter how small, ignite the upward spiral, make a positive change, ethics and composition, create a ripple of light. So I feel like, again, those people who are exhibiting the trace of unconditional love will be ignited with this. I feel like I heard blue flame, or indigo or blue flame, light or vibrational frequency of transformation. And I'm hearing transmitting. They will be transmitting of this frequency as well. They won't just be a receiver of this frequency. They will be transmitting this frequency. I'm seeing their hair as antenna. Their hair antenna and their auric field is going to be transformational. These people will be able to perform different miracles, telekinesis. They will have heightened spiritual gifts, telepathy, things that they already have. But I'm also saying that these people will be able to see, and this seeing isn't of just the eyes of the physical world. These people are going to be the action takers, those who will be creating, consciously creating and manifesting. Now this paradigm shift is talking about an innovative way of existing, new earth energies, inspiring others, fresh air, flying higher than you have before, more expansive perspectives and consciousness shift. So yeah, like I said, there's going to be a strong shift in consciousness. And this luminescence is about self-love, the light that radiates from our hearts, light shining in the darkness, heart-centered living, removing your heart armor, accepting your shadows as the flip side of your strengths, a vulnerable, wide open heart, authentic, heartfelt needs. So yeah, I'm feeling like we're going to start living from the heart space, and these people who have accepted unconditional, the laws of unconditional love, they have the rite of passage to exhibit these gifts and to channel this knowledge into the earth. Because I'm seeing right here, there is a frequency, and she's holding, like there's this frequency under her and this wavelength of a butterfly, and here this person is emitting this frequency with their hand from their heart space. So this transformational energy is coming from within. And there you go, twin flames, the harmonic flight. Pull again. And then the realm bridger. Okay, so I feel like these twin flames are going to be this realm bridgers. They're going to bridge this gap between these realms and between these frequencies. They're going to be the ones channeling this information, this knowledge, and aiding and healing and helping. They're going to be the ones who help carry these people over into transition into this new realm or dimension of living. Like you can actually see it like a physical representation of someone standing on a bridge, or someone saying, okay, this is the bridge you have to cross to get from here to here. But then there's also this bridge of consciousness, there's this bridge of a way of living, there's this bridge of healthy living. There are different bridges, there are different realms and different levels to this, and you can see it as somebody who has the knowledge to help answer these questions. That could be a bridge, so you're bridging neurological pathways as well. So I'm gonna stop this reading here because I am freaking exhausted. So far I feel like we got some good information about what will be taking place. We could go into this over and over and over, forever and ever, and it can be in depth or it can be shallow, but right now I'm gonna call it the end because I'm needing to recharge my batteries after this. So I hope that we were able to answer the questions, give some information about kind of like what we'll be experiencing. I know I didn't go too far into the twin flame aspect of it, but I feel like if I need to go into that, then I will make another video for it soon. So I love you guys. 39:49 on the clock. You might want to check that angel number, and I love you. See you next time.